Here's an update on the little red RV. You can see a lot has changed. I've added windows, got a big box on the front, got some more solar panels, got another window on this side, latches, storage area, got a Wi-Fi antenna for when we're parked at Walmart or parking lot trying to get that McDonald's Wi-Fi just around the corner. Because when you're in a metal box, the signal's not going to be too good. Got household grade double pane argon insulated windows. I've replaced the cargo door mechanism with a RV style doorknob thing. I've got some more solar panels on the top. Around the back we got the shower. Right now we're probably going to move it. Just had it here for testing. Just tried it out, so it's not hooked in yet. Probably wondering what's inside this black box, so let's open it up. Got the propane tank and the air conditioner. I still have to install some venting around the air conditioner so that it can actually work. Be doing a separate video on this shower, this hot water heater. This is going to provide hot water for showering and for inside. So I've added 3 more solar panels. They're all the same size, they're all the same type, and that's to ensure compatibility with the 2 solar panels I already have on top. So these ones are 75 watt Noma solar panels from Canadian Tire. They're on clearance. So there's one there, and then on the top there's 2 more. So I didn't have too much choice. I had to get 3 of those panels, and that's because for these 2 large ones, the maximum power point is 25.1 volts. So multiply that by 2, you get about 51. And for those other ones, they're 17 odd volts each on the maximum power point. So if you multiply 17 by 3, you get about 51 volts. So that I have those 3 in series, and that's in parallel with these 2 in series. So that gives me a relatively balanced system, even though I'm using different panels. So I want to be able to have some ability to catch sun when it's low, like right now. If the house wasn't in the shade, if we're out in the middle of the desert somewhere, we'd have low sun. And so that's why this 45-degree angle would do quite well. But during the day and when we're parked, this comes up. I still have to paint that. And then it can catch the sun overhead as well. So that panel is 45 degrees. And then on the back, these 2 panels, they're on hinges here. So I need to still build a mechanism to lift those up 45 degrees. That should give, these are 75 watts each, so 225 watts in the evening at least, plus whatever the 2 flat panels give. Let's have a look inside. So I'm busy putting up the pine paneling. This is grade B pine paneling. It's $5 US for 10 square feet, so 50 cents a square foot. Did a lot of work insulating, bought blue insulation, and then we used about 5. All right, here's the wide angle lens, that real estate lens, that real estate feel going. So we have blue foam insulation all between, and then filled in with great stuff expanding foam. I used about 5 cans of that great stuff. I guess I spent about $100 US on insulation, and then covering up these metal pieces with duct tape before I put on the pine. And I got in all the corners. All the wiring for the lights is hidden behind. Got these lights from AliExpress. They were about $3 each. I ended up getting them for free because they didn't come with the 12-volt drivers that they were supposed to come with. So I filed a dispute and got all my money back. Yeah. So here's the air conditioner. It's nice and flush. Oh, I got to talk about this this countertop here. So I actually made this with my girlfriend. We made it out of oak strips, cut oak into strips, glued it together like a butcher block. I've already damaged it in a few areas here, so I might refinish it later. So where the sink is gonna go. I ended up moving the solar panel wiring from going down into this area. The tongue weight was getting really heavy, and I'm planning to tow this at least sometimes with my Elantra. It doesn't have very good rear springs. Better to have the lowest weight on the tongue. So here's the rest of the solar setup. What I've got is 2 6-volt, 220 amp AGM batteries. I got these used, which is very risky. I don't recommend it, but I was able to test these out and they did not see much use apparently. So I have verified that they do have the capacity. You add the voltages when it's in series. So it's 12 volts, 220 amp hours. And then here is the charge controller. I'll put the model number in the video. I haven't seen any reviews of this charge controller, so I'll be making a review of this one. An MPPT 30 amp charge controller. Altogether, I paid about $100 US including shipping and everything for that. The MT500 controller, and this is really key because I just want to be able to see what's going on with the system. So you can see right now my batteries are in floated. I have seen on a relatively sunny day, I saw 400 watts go into the batteries. So that's about 30 amp at 12 volts. So this solar system is maxed out right now. Hopefully in the desert we'll be hitting 30 amps on the regular. So what else can I show you? The way I installed these windows is I used a hacksaw to cut the hole in the frame, and then I just put the windows in and then use construction adhesive to sort of seal them, and then I'm going to be siliconing them from the outside. I kind of already did, but I did it prematurely. Better to do that after, once the construction adhesive is totally hardened. But that construction adhesive stuff is really strong, and it looks like it'll seal quite well, so we'll see. These windows have a built-in screen, and they're double insulated, which means hopefully they shouldn't leak too much heat. So you can see the compartments down here. Nice large storage compartments. I knew I wanted a desk area where I could use my laptop, but I also, because of the size of this thing, it's only 8 foot by 4 foot. This whole area has to be bed for sleeping. So what I came up with is this system here. So I'll show you how this works. Still have just clamping this temporarily. I'll need to put a proper latch or something. Right now it's in kitchen mode where you can access and walk through. I'll put it into desk mode now. It's in desk mode now. You can see I'm comfortably sitting on the bed. And I've got a relatively large desk. Totally big enough for a laptop and a mouse. And it's not the strongest thing in the world, but it's relatively strong. There's a member that comes out there to support it. It probably couldn't take my whole weight, but it's definitely enough to lean on. This whole desk is attached to this piece here, which slides up and down in the track made of wood over there. And so I'm going to show you now. And then this part is made of 2 pieces. That this lower piece folds out and completes the bed. When this is in desk mode or in hallway mode, the spare bed piece will probably be up against the wall. So let's put it into bed mode and show you that. Okay, it's in bed mode now. It only takes about 10 seconds to fold back that part, unfold this piece here, and then lower the whole thing down. It just sort of slides in this rail here. Bed mode, it takes up this whole room, and it's plenty sturdy. Crawl around and lie on. Yeah, you can still sort of access the storage down there. You know, it's about just over 5 feet long, and because there's a ledge here, your feet can hang off the ledge a little bit if need be. I must say I'm quite happy with how this part turned out, so I hope it works out. Best use of space I could come up with. I picked a lot of people's brains and used some ideas from other people to come up with this design, but this is a 3-way use of space. It's a hallway, it's bed, and it's also a desk. So quite happy with how that turned out. In terms of electricals, I've got a socket there, got another socket here, and then there's wires for 2 USB ports on each side. It's not here yet. And all that is running off this 2,000 watt inverter. It's not a pure sine wave, it's just a regular modified sine wave, which bought this on Craigslist from a guy for 100 Canadian dollars, so 75 US dollars. The batteries I got for 75. The air conditioner I already had. This air conditioner is a 6,000 BTU model. What's nice about this one is it does have a thermostat and a economy function. And all the economy function does is it turns off the fans when the compressor's not running, but that already saves 100 watts. The fans, believe it or not, consume 100 watts. I'll show you the air conditioner running. Turn it on. Let's see. So we can see the watts that it's drawing. So 490 watts. And the voltage went down to 12.7. So I figure these batteries should be able to run the air conditioner on and off when we're getting solar powers. And the solar is providing 400 watts. If the air conditioner has to run half the time, if the compressor runs half the time, then we should be good. So let's turn this off. The other reason to get this 2000 watt inverter is to start the mini fridge. Now, mini fridge only draws 50 watts when it's running, which is about half the time in this climate. I'll show you where the mini fridge is first. So the mini fridge is just outside because there's no room inside. It's too big to consume a lot of room. But this is I got this for 30 US dollars used, and it does have a freezer area. So it's just a regular AC fridge. It'll easily run overnight on the batteries. It'll run for 2 days or 3 days on the batteries. No issues. I've already tried that. As you can see, there's also some storage up here. There's a lot of room, but the issue with putting things here is that it adds a lot of weight to the tongue. I was going to initially put the propane in this area, as I mentioned in the first video, but the tongue weight was just too much. But as it is right now, I can lift this with one hand, so it's just the right tongue weight. So I have to keep adding weight on the back. Here I've got a pile of junk. This is still have to install. Got the water pump. Got the sink. Got the composting toilet. I'll show you that in different videos. So thanks for watching the part 2 update.